We're just testing all of
the podcast, after the podcast, whatever. So, what's going on, peoples? This is Lynn, aka iPod1 Reviewer, here on YouTube, and we are here for another episode of the True Gamers Podcast. This is, in fact, episode 33. Woo!
33.
Majority have been here throughout the whole entire podcast, like 33 episodes. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, because without you, there would be no podcast. Miss K is going ham tonight. Go
ahead, Miss K.
She hasn't been here in a couple weeks, so she gotta get
some catching up to do.
Yeah, Miss K been MIA the last couple of weeks.
What a great start.
People have lives outside of YouTube, just so y'all understand that. When people are not here, it's because they have other obligations. So,
I think that's the wrong one.
Right? We're going to go ahead and have everyone introduce themselves, and then we are going to begin our topics. So, Doom, you good? I still can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Doom.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got to hear it, but...
Doom is silent.
Alright, Doom, you need to get that straight so we could come back to you. We're going to go ahead and get with Mr. UHC91. You still the birthday boy to me, Dre.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Dre.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, everyone. It's UHC91 here, a.k.a. Dre. Ready to get this podcast started. Glad to have Miss K. Hey, back. We've been missing you, girl. I missed you.
It's good to be back.
And next we have Miss Gaming Diva herself. What is up, Kuuppon?
Oh my god, I'm totally over here about to cast it out, but I'm not gonna do your podcast. Trust that. Anyway, I'm here. I'm ready to go. My internet's back online. I'm back on top. So let's just do the damn thing.
Yes, for that good internet again. Yes.
No Rugrats, Will. No Rugrats.
Sorry, it's just that noise just triggers it, you know?
Next we have Mrs. 219 Gary IND, aka Soldiers That Gang, Miss K.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss K, a.k.a. 219 Gary IND. It is good to be back with the family. Y'all know I had to work that overtime, get that extra money, but it's always good to be back with the family. So, yeah, let's get this podcast popping.
And next, we have Mr. Meek from MeekMeekGaming. What's up?
Hello, podcast. Hello, Lynn. Hello, everybody else out there. This is Meek from MeekMeekGaming. Let's get this thing started.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, no.
But you want to say no. We have Will from TheWillOfGaming. What's up, Will?
Hi. How you
doing, honey?
I'm good. Hey everybody, this is Phil from TheWillOfGaming. I just have a new channel that kind of started called TheWillOfVlogging. I know, damn, right? But that channel is more talking about things that have nothing to do with gaming.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all that's going on with
So
me.
that's another channel I need to subscribe to.
Yes, only one subscriber
Oh my
strong.
god, I cannot even.
The diva cannot handle it.
I cannot be bothered with subscribing to more of these peasants' channels, my god.
Oh my god, you could be the second person ever in the world to subscribe to TheWillOfVlogging.
Who was the first?
I honestly don't know. I think it was TheWillOfGaming. I think it was one of my other
Oh, are you subscribing to yourself?
I subscribed to myself.
Wow.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
self-serving. Subscribe to himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Subscribing
right.
to myself.
Yeah, basically.
I love it.
All right. So,
Doom.
I'm out.
yeah, Doom, did you get yourself situated?
Nope, I still can't hear you.
Still silent.
You
If
still on the
Dirty was
silent
here, he
track,
would
man.
be able to do his intro for him.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, he scared us at one time because we literally thought it was Doom up in here. Here we like
He
what?
said, hit me.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, is that
Here we
Doom?
go. It's your boy, Dr. Doom. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. I'm gonna kill you.
It's like,
Did I get it, Doom? Did I get it?
Yep, because he's smiling.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
oh Lord.
All right, so who has topics? Topics.
Dre, you want to start?
Lord and Jesus.
Oh, here we go. Y'all sit back and grab some popcorn. It's about to get
It's about to get real up in here.
Okay.
Go down.
Okay, so as y'all all know, me and a few other people on this panel, we are avid Kingdom Hearts fans.
Yes,
And this past Tuesday, there was this the convention called D23 Expo in Japan, you know. And the people in there, they got to see this amazing trailer that shut up phone that apparently only these people were gonna see right now. Mind you, okay, Kingdom Hearts Insider told us that we were gonna get to see the trailer. So we're all thinking like, yeah, hey, we're gonna finally see some trailer. Square Enix is gonna finally rain down on us with some good Kingdom Hearts goodness, right? So it gets to be like the evening time. We're all sitting here waiting for this trailer because apparently it's supposed to come out like 1 a.m. my time. I'm supposed to sit here and wait until like 1 a.m. Dang, like for real, though, who got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that, but whatever. I got time for that for Kingdom Hearts. And then, we're sitting here, we're waiting, and then come to find out, it was all one big giant mix-up.
Of course it was.
It was just one big giant mix-up. And I'm like, seriously? And mind you, Square Enix has said nothing about, we're so sorry about the mix-up. Square Enix has said nothing about when this trailer is supposed to come out. Mind you, the game's still in development. Okay?
Yep, no release date.
No release date. Or even possible of when an announcement for a release date, because we know Square Enix loves to do announcements about announcements.
That's true.
So we don't know when anything's supposed to be happening, and these handful of people are the only people who know about this trailer. And mind you, they're not even allowed to say nothing about it because they're embargoed to where they even talk about the trailer, they can be sued. So what's the point of this? What was the whole point of this? I was so done.
You didn't get the memo that they were going to tell everybody and their mama about Kingdom Hearts trailer and then have you guys dangling like a fucking fish on a hook and then at the end of the day be like, oops, my bad, and then no apology. You didn't hear about that? You didn't get that memo?
Nope, apparently I missed that memo coupon.
But knowing Square Enix and all the stuff that they're known for, I should have expected. I expected it. But because all these big main sources that are known for giving Kingdom Hearts things were saying that this was true, so everybody got excited. Now my problem is that it was an internet troll that started this whole thing to begin with. It was just an internet troll that wanted to start something because you really can't prove if you were at the event or not unless if you show a ticket stub, but then you can take somebody else and claim that you were the one that went inside there, things like that. So the thing is like there's no way you can prove it, so you're just going based on what somebody said. But they made it seem like, oh, this is legit, this is concrete. But Square Enix never said anything that this was going to happen. We just assumed because pictures were releasing, there was like 3 pictures that they showed that a trailer was coming. And it just seemed like everything was all perfect timing. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was like, getting all hype. And here I am staying up till 11 o'clock my time at night waiting for this trailer, and then I find out 4 hours before the trailer that, there's confusion, it's not going to happen. Square Enix says we're not aware if we were releasing a thing tonight or anything like that, so So whatever. So I was just really, really frustrated. And then so all these people just lost a lot of credibility because of the fact that they did all this. So then my question is, why the hell did Square Enix hold a press conference? It makes no sense. Just like the one in Anaheim, they announced Big Hero 6 as a world, right? But the problem is that they didn't have anything to bring with them except the concept art and just somebody dressed up as Baymax on the stage. That was it. And it was a concept art. It wasn't even actual art. It was just concept art. And that's what bothers me. That bothers me. So I'm like, this game is so far behind in development that they don't want to show nothing about it. But then they make this big deal saying, oh, we're going to have big news coming. But it's only exclusive to those that are in. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you waste your money to hold up a press conference like that? For what? And then you're embargoing people not to say anything about it? That makes no sense. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Like I said, they need to be done. If this game ever decides to come out within 18 million years, they just need to be done. I don't want no Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't want a Final Fantasy 15.
I hate to break your bubble, but
they're not going to be done.
The end of the series.
I know it's not, but they need to be done. Like, I really wish.
That's what I feel like. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 should wrap up every fucking thing, and if they want to make some sidebar freaking stories, fine, whatever. But this should be the end of it, but it's not.
I know it it needs to be though. It really does, because this is just getting to be downright ridiculous. There's people sitting here hoping, wishing, and praying. It's bad enough 10 years is going to mark 10. Was it 10 years is going to be? It's going to be 10 years next year since Kingdom Hearts 2 come out, and we're probably going to have to be waiting almost 12 years. We're probably not even going to see this game until 2018 at the best. At best. So that's 12 years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And I'm sorry, 12 years? That's a bit much. You think?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, but do they care? No. Oh, and no offense, it's the Japanese. They don't care. They do shit whenever they feel like it. So, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Because we all know how the Japanese people feel about when it comes to doing things, that make sense. They don't. Everything they do backwards.
Wow.
Anyway, next topic.
Right.
Anyone else have something to talk about? Because it got quiet.
I think I had something.
You know you had something.
I'm trying to figure out why chat is disabled in the podcast.
I saw that.
I'm trying to figure out why that is because I never disabled chat.
You'd probably have to go back to the when you set it up and just enable it again.
If it'll let you do it, because it might not.
No.
It might not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's chat. Enable live chat is checked.
Well, no, enable live chat is checked, but if it wasn't checked before you started the live stream, it won't come on until the next.
All I did was click on the advanced settings, and it's showing that chat is enabled. I haven't changed or did.
So you didn't change anything.
No, I haven't.
Know.
It's already.
It's been acting weird.
It just could be down.
I don't know, but I think it was like this last time too, so people can't even comment if they wanted to.
No, that sucks.
And that sucks because I don't like that. That's the whole point of doing this is to have people involved too.
It's crazy.
But anyway, okay, next.
Alright, so it's gonna get deep, but bear with me. I'm just gonna read a little thingy here. Politics are not my favorite. Okay, so here we go. Video games, however, are. Sometimes politics influence the video game industry. At the moment, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a trade deal that was negotiated behind closed doors is about to do just that. On the surface, it is a trade agreement between the U.S. and various countries along the Pacific, one of those being Japan. If you look a little deeper, though, you will be able to find out that some clauses of this agreement could very realistically affect the video game industry in such a way that will harm users. Though Europe is not part of the TPP, this information is relevant for Europeans, since a lot of video games are made in countries that are part of the trade deal. One of the first problematic aspects of the TPP deal is that in the chapter on intellectual property, it is stated that terms benefiting the rights holder are binding, but terms benefiting the consumer are not. This means that countries have to abide by the terms regarding the rights holder, but they have no such obligation regarding consumers. It is stated that they should not, that they should, not that they must. This principle is applicable to many things mentioned in the document. And then there's a lot of examples here, but I'm just going to kind of breeze through them and you guys can kind of comment on them each. So for one of the articles, which mentions fair use. Fair use means that users can use copyrighted material to make parodies, write reviews, news, etc. In this article, it is stated that countries should try to maintain systems that are fair in the regard of fair use. Should is the key word here, as this benefits users and thus is not binding. So I don't know exactly what they plan on. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, it just seems like they're leaving a lot of stuff open-ended for consumers of video games and you know, the rights to these games and all that stuff. And I don't know, it just seems really fishy. So here's another one. Hold on. Blah 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 blah. What's that? Alright, so one of the articles, it states that all countries will extend their copyright terms to those that the U.S. and EU or Europe already have. Life of authority plus 70 years. It will take that long before IPs will become part of the public domain. Countries do get some time to adjust, but eventually they all need to establish this rule. Though this law exists to protect the rights of authors and their families, it can also be used by companies to prevent the public from using their content for anything. Fun times. So essentially, these frickers are these various countries that are part of this this little TPP crap. If they don't want you to use their shit, then they'll essentially just won't be able to use your shit, and that's just the bottom line. They're gonna find ways for you not to be able to use their shit in for fair use. Oh, criminal process. Oh.
Sounds like censorship to me.
Yeah, it just seems like there's just been this constant push toward censorship, toward like trying to get control of the internet and all sorts of different aspects of consumers. You know, like it's like they just literally want to sit on our backs,
basically,
and tell us what we can and cannot do. And if that's the case, I'm like, so what happened to land of the free, home of the braves, and all that bullshit? Like, does that even matter anymore?
Apparently not.
Because we're not free, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
No.
We're not free. We never been. So
yeah.
Like, everything is covered by some bullshit. So
like, I think it's gonna hurt the little people like us who do these YouTube videos. But you'll see people like PewDiePie.
It'll hurt them big time.
It will hurt them.
Unless they like set up some deals or something with these people.
Which most likely
they'll probably set up a deal with them because they'll probably want some money out of them anyway. Because that's all it's about is
money.
They want money. It's money. It's all about money.
It's money and power.
That's it.
And that's the one thing about America is they love power.
Now, one thing about this thing, though, I've been reading some other stuff about it, is not just dealing with video games. I'm just focusing on the video game aspect of it. This goes across the whole board. This ain't just video games. This goes across the whole board. Movies, TV, music, everything. All things we consume, this is going to affect it.
Right.
And they're trying to push this, on a low key without anybody knowing.
That's bad.
So that's another thing. Like people, like folks listening right now, y'all need to start reading up on shit
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and
sooner
paying
or
attention
later
and
they
start
will be.
speaking up.
I first
They
heard
need
about it. I first heard about it through my homeboy Freddie Fuego. He put up a post about it, and then he sent me the
Mhm.
links, and I read about it. I saw, oh, it sounds like just big time censorship.
Yeah,
But a lot of
so
people are not. But a lot of people on YouTube are not talking about it. It's like they don't know.
No.
They too busy arguing about video games instead of paying attention to
yeah,
stuff like that. That can
Stuff
censor
that
that.
actually matters.
Yeah, stuff that actually matters. That can censor their whole life. Basically, it's like dictation.
well, if
People
they want
telling
to
you what to do.
But
censor,
you ain't gonna be talking. You ain't gonna be arguing about video games when this shit go down.
No,
You just
no, you gonna be arguing. You ain't gonna be allowed to.
be mad.
so basically, they just want you to sit
You
at
ain't gonna be
home.
online anymore.
That's
So
true.
basically, there's gonna be they will
Well,
hurt
in
you
that case,
too.
some people don't need to be
Yeah,
online, so
too.
some people do need to be censored, in my opinion. But
Yeah, because that's
No,
what
I mean there's certain things, but I feel like the internet in general just should not be censored, and it seems
that's
like
true.
well
they've
they're
been
trying
trying. They've been trying to censor the internet for so
Mhm.
much.
to.
But their reasoning is something like, okay, so if we censor the internet to do certain things, it will cut it low, like it'll make piracy a lot less, and then people
Mhm.
would have to buy things. And that's the main reason why they're doing
Yeah,
this is because people are not getting money. So when
Right.
it comes to this whole entire thing, look, your reviews sell money. If you make a shitty game and somebody makes a review based off of your shitty game and say that it's shitty and people don't
yeah,
get it, then that's your damn fault.
Mhm.
Now, if you're
exactly.
trying to prevent people to do that,
Basically,
because they're basically doing that now,
Yeah.
because since these games are all multiplayer and nobody trusts these multiplayer companies anymore, like Halo. Like for
Mhm.
example, when Halo came out, they couldn't give a numbered score on it because of the fact that the servers weren't up. So a lot of these companies are just kind of holding their servers back, or they're just waiting for the traffic to come in, or something like that. So that way that they can test the servers, so that way that they don't give it like a bad score or something like that, or that they give it a good score and then all of a sudden they have to change it because it's really really bad. Like look at what Battlefield 4 went through. At first it was
Yeah.
okay, everything went fine, but then it just went so crappy like after like a week or two, and then it just was crappy, but it got such a great score. Once the
Right.
score is in print, you can't change that. So the thing is that in it's just the thing is that you're censoring reviewers, you're censoring people's
Because that's what they
opinions.
want to
And the
do.
moment you do
Mhm.
that, it's a terrible thing. And we're losing our
Because
freedom. So a lot of people need to really get up on it and just be
That's
like,
true.
look,
yeah,
you're not going to be able to do anything.
it's all
Mhm.
about basically, like I said, it's all about money.
Mm-hmm.
Because those bad reviews are stopping me from buying something, and they want to stop it.
Yeah, they do.
It's all it is. They just want to stop it
because
because
God
they want
forbid
money.
anybody actually, because
Because
actually,
oh
God
my
forbid anybody.
goodness, you can't you get in your feels and can't get that bad review.
I know, and it's just like, come on now. I mean,
Get
it's an
out your
honest
feelings.
review. If it's bad, accept the fact that this
Yeah.
person thinks it's bad and move on with it.
That's it.
Seriously,
If
let
you make
people have
a
an opinion. If
no,
anything, we should be allowed to have that much. I mean,
no, they
gosh, we
don't
can't
want you
have that,
to.
right?
They don't want people to have opinions because they can't
They
take
just want us to be
opinions.
fucking zombies or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Zombie apocalypse is a
Yep.
different type.
Woo!
That's
But the
what
thing is
everybody's
that
doing.
no, they're just what they're doing is that they're in. Look, already as a generation, this generation, literally, we are enslaved to
Mhm.
technology.
True.
We rely
Yeah.
on it so much that we forgot what it's like to live without it.
Oh, I
Mhm.
do.
So, I mean, not everybody, but I'm just saying that, like,
I can still
Yeah.
reboot.
well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
can
talking about like
still.
the kids of this generation. They have no idea. They
No.
they
Yeah,
have
'cause
Yeah, I
on
got
campus.
I'm
you.
gonna tell you, I got nieces and nephews. They are always on a phone.
Mhm.
They
That's
get bored because if say your lights go out, they get bored
and
because
they
They don't know how
complain.
to
yeah,
go outside
they
and
don't know how to go
play. They don't know how
outside
to
and
invent something to play with. They don't know how. They don't have imagination like we did back in the day.
because
Right.
When we
like
didn't have lights and stuff, you know what we did. We went and ran around the house, found every freaking comforter and
yeah,
sheet or whatever, and built a freaking tent.
There you
yeah,
go.
like forts and
And
stuff.
grab a
They don't know
flashlight.
nothing about that. Like when
No.
it snows here, they don't know about going outside. You build your fort,
Play in the
you throw
snow
some
and make a
snowballs. They don't know
snowman.
nothing about that. It's all
Mm-hmm.
phone. They got their
Having a
face on
snowball
a
fight.
tablet and
No,
a
they
phone.
inside on the phone, on the computer, on their video games and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
take a step back. Like, I shit you not. I want a day. I really would love it to just have a day where just everything internet based, it just goes out. I want to see how many people riot in the streets because they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
I
They
wouldn't have
won't
a
even go
problem.
to
It wouldn't
the
bother me
street.
none.
They don't come
They won't
outside.
stay
What you talking about?
I'd pick up a book or something or find something to do.
I got plenty of books I
You
can
know,
just turn over and read.
yeah.
I got comic books, some fucking manga, regular books.
Yeah.
Like, I am fine.
But this new
So,
generation, they will go crazy.
can't do it. They can't do it.
But the thing is that now since internet has become so essential to our lives, like our credit card information's in there either through our PayPal. Literally, our Facebook literally is a link to us, which means that job applications and like job people can look at your Facebook, which shouldn't even be allowed in the first
I would
place.
think
They do.
But they do. The thing is that they should be censoring stuff like that. That people cannot just use your Facebook as for a job application. I understand that it's basically it's literally just a way to have a background check. Your
Yeah,
Facebook.
and the thing about that is on this Facebook thing and jobs, my thing is if you work and you call into a job and tell them you sick, please don't go to your Facebook page and be at a party.
Yeah, don't do stuff like that. But still, the thing is that like the thing I'm sorry.
No, yeah, because you know my job.
They check it, huh?
No, a boy came in. He filled out the application. They interviewed him, and one of the managers seen his name on Facebook.
Mm.
And they came in and they were talking. I said, you know what? That's his own life outside of work. That should have nothing to do with what work he can do in here.
That's true.
Because you don't know. Yeah, you don't know. You can't go by Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and all that. And that's my take.
Yeah.
But like for me though, like the internet is they want to censor it. They wanna control it. That's what they want. That's really what it is.
And they want to control what you do on it, and it's just like Red Dead.
The bottom line,
pay the bill.
guys,
Mm.
let me tell you one thing though. The bottom line, if anybody's ever read a book called Left Behind, in there it shows exactly what they want to do as far as the internet is concerned. And yes, it's about controlling the internet, but it's also about controlling what information you can and cannot get. Because you see how the news is today. The news is totally controlled by those particular people who are in charge, and they feed you all this information and whatever. None of it's true. I'm sorry, I don't watch the news no more, especially not Fox. All of it is fucking fake. All of it is fucking fed to you. And if you believe anything on the TV today, you are a freaking idiot. And that's just how I feel about it. But you know, moving on. So they want to take that same aspect of what they've done with TV. It's spoon fed you everything and given you, made you, believe everything that's going on with the TV. They want to do that with the internet. They want to be able to cut off certain able to make sure that you get only the information they feed you. They want to make sure you can't do research on things that they don't want you to know about. It's a free world on the internet, and all they do is cut you off from the truth. The truth is out there on the internet. If you just dump it, they're trying to dumb everybody down. They want everybody to just consume without thinking about it. Make them richer. You get poorer. And that's just the bottom fucking line. This is across the fucking world. This is not just America. It's across the fucking world. There are various people all over the world who are in specific sets of, they're in certain positions of power, and they want control of everything. The way to do it is the internet.
They want everybody to live in fear.
Because you got people who want they want to be controlled.
And then the rest of us, being who we are, we have the most power on this planet. We have that freaking power. If we literally today, everybody around the globe, or just in America for the most part, we'll start small. People in America, if on Black Friday you did not purchase a freaking thing, do you know how many people will go out of business? You know what would happen if people just stop buying shit all of a damn sudden? That says a lot to these people. To these people of power. They'll be like, wait, what's going on? Why is nobody buying nothing? Because you fucking suck and we don't want to spend money. Like, we're the people in power, and we're letting people who are semi in power take control of us. That is freaking absurd. That is insanity to me. And I don't understand why we, as the consumers, don't let them understand that we have the power. And us in the gaming community, we are the ones with the power. So if there's shit that you don't like in the gaming community, as far as like in the industry is practices with DLC and microtransactions and how pricey games are and all this other crap going on, if all of us collectively just stop purchasing shit, trust and believe they're going to continue to make games, but they'll eventually realize, look, they don't like games with transactions in them. They want games that have both online and single player mode so they can get more for their buck. They want games that have a lot more meat to the freaking bone. For those of you who don't like a lot of crap in your games, who want just quick games or whatever, I'm pretty sure they'll make some games for you there. But I'm just saying, we have the power and nobody fucking utilizing that. You're spending too much time online screaming and arguing about who made more sales and whatever the case. You're not going to see any of that money. Shut up about it. Full of your surroundings in the gaming community and in your community in general. There's a lot of shit going on out here. That is a lot of politics going on out here. And a lot of us are just pretending like nothing's going on. You need to kind of pull back a little bit and pay attention to your surroundings, because you're going to wake up one day and it's going to be freaking craziness out there. Like, right now, we're not really free, but trust and believe, we have like semi-freedom. But you're going to wake up one day and you're going to realize you're going to be just look out the window and there's motherfuckers in tanks and shit strolling down the street with fucking rifles and shit and military uniform and shit, talking about get back in your house, it's not time for your curfew and all this other bullshit. Do you really want that shit to happen? Pay attention to what's going on. I'm just saying. I know I went on, but I'm just saying I'm scared. I see a lot of stupid shit going on. And nobody seems to care. Sad world. But I'm done.
Bad world. Oh Lord.
Sucks. All right,
No.
next topic. That was a little deep. Sorry. Nothing.
Well, I have something to kind of like add, like to the whole
Okay,
consumers buying stuff, to your topic. See, all right, back in the 80s, you know how the games experienced a massive crash to the point because nobody was buying games,
Yeah.
nobody, everything was too expensive, nobody bought anything. Then Nintendo came up with the NES console, and games just went right back up again. They were bundling stuff. They did a whole bunch of amazing things, and all of a sudden, games just grew. The thing is that I feel like the gaming market is eventually. I mean, we are such a all-time high right now, and like cell phones are literally the reason why microtransactions exist in the first place.
Yep.
But the thing is, so that's what bothers me is just I'm so mad. Every game has microtransactions, and then on top of that, like I said, these games are freaking broken. And I don't want to get into like an epic rant moment or anything like that. But I'm just so fed up with the gaming community right now. Like.
Like,
That's
I don't have, like, I understand with the microtransactions, everybody will tell you, oh, well, you don't have to, we get this. We understand. You don't have to buy DLC, you don't have to buy season passes, and you don't have to buy the microtransactions. At the same time, why do they have to be there at all? When a good DLC I can handle. DLC I understand. I can handle that. But if you do DLC in a situation where, like, let's say you have a DLC and season pass. DLC is an add-on to a real add-on, not some shit that's locked onto your disc. And they were like, hey, let's add this to the game because we forgot, or we didn't have time to work on it. So now that we can work, we can add this game. That should be what DLC is, not no shit that's on your fucking disc that you unlock code. No, it's a display of various different things that is not locked on disk again. Or it could be stuff that actually, okay, put it like this. It could be stuff that is on disk. However, you could still unlock the same stuff that you get in the season pass in your game. You can unlock it in your type that likes to finish your game, complete it, and all that stuff, all those quests. That would be something Will can do, because he'll sit up there and he'll play his full game, and he can unlock all that stuff we get in the season pass. For lazy mofos that just want shit right away, you buy a fucking season pass and you get all that. Like, it's on my disc, but I can still get a paid season pass to get it quickly. Cool. Now, microtransactions shouldn't exist whatsoever. I don't understand why they're even in a fucking game that I paid for. If you put microtransactions in my game, I should be able to walk into a store, show my ID, grab the game off the shelf, and walk away. That's what I should be able to do if you put a microtransaction in my game. I don't give a shit. That's just the way it should be. Because that's what you do with microtransaction games on a fucking, on the phone. You download it, and you play. And if you want to add microtransactions, fine. So then I should be able to walk into a store, and show my ID, my information, whatever, and be like, hey, I'm going to take this game. They ring it up. I don't pay them. And I walk the fuck out the door. Or I walk out the fucking door. That should be it. Because it's microtransactions in the game. I can purchase the microtransactions to make my gameplay better, or not. But that's just me. I know that's, it's not realistic, but I'm just saying. DLC, freaking pre-ordering games and stuff. When we used to pre-order games, is because they didn't make enough of them to go around. So you had to pre-order your games to ensure that you could get your game when the game came out. Now you pre-order a game and they got all these special little bundle shits and buy it from here and pre-order it from here or pre-order it from there and you get this or you get that exclusive shit. And it's like, why are we pre-ordering games this day and age? They're making plenty of games for you to get. There's no reason to pre-order outside of the stupid ass, shits they give you. It's just weird. It's really freaking weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I have an idea. No, I'm fine.
And then Lynn said, don't be silent during the game and during the podcast. Look at her. Look at her.
I'm letting y'all speak.
I'm done. I just said I was done.
Okay, next.
Guitar Hero Live PHTV on demand catalog is free this weekend.
Oh my god!
Microtransactions.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait a minute, is this a video? Wait, is this a video? Oh, this is a video, so I can't see it.
What is this?
The noise will pop up on the.
No, don't watch.
What is it?
Oh my god!
What are you guys watching?
Hold on, I'm trying to wait for it to load. I'll do a screen share. Okay, I'm going to screen share it so you can see.
No, Kuuppon, please.
Kuuppon, don't do that.
Find that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that, Kuuppon. Don't.
Miss Kate's reaction, she's like, oh my goodness.
That's
why not?
No.
I know what it looked like.
Right?
I know what it looks like, but why not?
No.
I haven't even seen it yet, so I don't even know.
You might get.
Let's keep it below PG-13. That's it.
It is PG-13. It's a freaking worm.
No.
That looks so gross. Okay, but next time.
The way the worm looks is,
Let me
I
see
guess.
you, worm. Let me see you. Why they flip him over?
It looks like
they did. I didn't
Konami
see the
is
whole
finally,
thing.
they closed their Los
legs.
Angeles.
Oh my god, we're
They
watching the
did
video on a
production.
podcast. We're confused as all hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, next video. Next video. Next.
Yeah. Oh God,
Next
Jesus.
topic.
Lord and Jesus, please. Oh Lord.
It's just a worm.
I know.
Big worm.
Damn, she's like a big worm.
It is a little.
That worm is big and thick and all. That's a good girth.
What's up, big perm? I mean, big
Love you,
worm.
big worm.
So awful.
I still haven't seen this, so I'm assuming it's a
You
big worm
don't
that's
know.
the
Oh
shape
God.
of
Anywho, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Alright.
Anywho, so anyone out there who's interested in Battlefront, apparently there's this new expansion thingy or whatever it is. Something is coming out called the Battle of Jakku that's supposed to be coming out. out in December for it. And if you pre-order, you get early access to it. It's like 2 new maps and all this kind of fun stuff. I'm still like, okay, hey, when's the game? Like, where's the game? Like, seriously, you sitting here talking about all this new DLC stuff that's coming out. Yeah, we haven't even had the game yet.
Wow.
Like, seriously. And so, out there was interested in Battle of Jakku. Woohoo, Lord. Jeez. I'm still trying to recover from
Why you sound all out of breath?
I'm trying to recover.
He's trying to recover from the worm that you sent him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
I'm like, God damn, you sound like you done ran a mile.
So it looks like Activision has bought Candy Crush developer
Yep.
team.
They paid a lot of money.
$5.9
Didn't
billion.
make the money. Yeah.
How much?
Yep.
They paid how much for Candy Crush?
They paid $5.9 billion.
What?
Yep, sure did.
Candy Crush is worth that much?
Yep.
Apparently.
Holy shit. Dang. Oh, wow. I guess people put that much money into it, I guess.
They do.
Oh, Miss K, stop it. You a nut.
You are not.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Everybody got all quiet and stuff. Well, we spoke a little bit about this, but ethnicity in gaming, does it exist? Meaning, do you guys feel that race and other things dealing with ethnicity are brought into play when it comes to gaming, and do people react differently?
Yep.
To be honest, yes, they do. Like, for example, with Star Wars, a guy supposedly killed himself because the main character in the movie was black.
No, are you sure that's not a Snopes thing? That's really.
I don't know what it is, but apparently that's spread online. But the thing is that a lot of people, but still, regardless, people had a negative reaction. Other people had negative
like
reactions
people were
on Facebook
pissed.
because the main character was a black man. Or if you look at other games, for example, like
Halo?
they're either stereotyped to be like a stereotype. So you don't
It's that
ever get it.
stereotypical white male,
Yeah.
with maybe a buzz cut here and there, and he's always the main protagonist.
Mhm.
And if they have a black character, it's always some dude in the background that dies at the end of the game or somewhere in there.
It was just like,
Or he's just tossed aside completely.
oh
He's
no,
never-
it was just like how
There's
like
no
a few.
for him.
It was just like how like a couple weeks back, whatever, people were all up in their feelings because this new Power Ranger reboot that's coming out. The Black Ranger is Asian and the Blue Ranger is black. I'm
Well, they're
like,
mad about that, and I think
They
they're
were
trying
so
to make.
mad.
I think
No.
his name Idris. He's going. They're trying to
Oh,
make him
Idris
Bond. Yeah, they're trying to make him James Bond, and everybody's all up in their
Ooh, that
feelings.
would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, people don't
Oh,
like
they're
it.
not gonna do it. The author of James Bond or whatever already said he's
Yeah.
not gonna allow it, so
Yeah.
they can't do it. But it was a thought upon idea, and everybody went up in arms like he's not supposed to be black and blah blah blah. And it's like, and when you get
Well,
bottom line is like as soon as you start talking about putting more color into the mix, people want to get mad and flip out, but then they get mad at us for bringing up color.
now I wonder what would happen since he didn't want them to be black. I wonder what would happen if they chose a female
Probably
Bond.
be worse.
Oh, that would be
No,
more
I
pissed.
don't think so. I think
they will allow it.
probably be more well received than
You
an
think so?
African
Yeah.
American.
Allow that over a black person though.
Well, to be honest, look at it this way. All right, there was a game. I think what was it called? Was it Starhawk? Was that what the game was? The main protagonist was, I believe, I don't know if he was just a really dark Hispanic or if he was black. I don't know. But in the game, that game was good. It was a good game, but not a lot of people played through it. I don't know. We can point it to say it's racism. That's fine. Or look at games with a female protagonist, for example, because it also is a sexist thing too.
Yeah,
People
because
would
she
not really
always
play a
got
I
game with a
know
female
many
character.
gamers that
a
will
little bit
specifically
close.
say this, that
Yes.
they will not play a game if it's a female protagonist, and
Hmm.
they say it plenty of times. So Bayonetta didn't sell because of those fuckers. Thanks for
But
that.
like, how would okay? You now the only way that you can do it and literally get away with it and people would be okay with the idea is if the character is masked for a whole entire franchise and then at the end you find out what the person's
I don't
race
know.
was, if the person was a male
Witcher.
or
Kind
female,
of
Witcher,
like
you
like
what
they
can
did
play
that
a
with
Bayonetta.
girl.
Metroid.
Yeah,
They did it with Metroid.
nobody
Everybody
knew
thought
that,
that
yeah,
the main character was
Dennis
a
was a
girl or
guy.
was a guy. Yeah.
Yep.
At the
So
end you
they
find out that's a
revealed it
female.
at the end.
And that was genius though. The thing is that you don't know who you're playing as. Like, can you imagine how much of an uproar it would be if they found out that that Master Chief in the end was actually a black lesbian
Oh my
woman?
god. You know that people would
That
be
would
so
really
mad.
upset people. Like they're like, it doesn't make any sense. But then they'll be like, well, it won't make any sense to the story. But still, it's just regardless. If they found out that Master Chief was, let's say, a black man, Hispanic man, or Asian man, because you don't see his face, people would either be at uproar or they'll be okay and just say, "Oh yeah, Master Chief is
Well,
just
put it like
Asian."
this. In video games in general, when you pick up a video game, the first thing that all of us, and not a few, all of us think is when we're gonna play the video game, we know that there's gonna be a white male.
Yeah.
That's all. We
Correct.
all know
Yep.
this without a dip
Mm,
it out. When they have on a mask or any of that shit, and you can't see the actual nationality of the character, you just know it's going to be a black. I mean, not black, but he's going to be a white male. And then at the
Mhm.
end of it, when they reveal who it is and it isn't one, you're pretty shocked. You're like, oh well, damn, I didn't think it was gonna be anybody else. But
Because you
doesn't that say
automatically
a
think
lot?
white male.
Yeah, yeah, but doesn't
mm,
that say a lot to you? You automatically know it's going, without no doubt, it's going to be a white male. That's
Mhm.
fucking bad. And I'm
It's
sorry.
really bad.
I need more people that represent me in video games. And, you know, more, well, we have plenty of females, but I had a conversation with someone once. And I said, you know what? The funniest thing about video games is that there are more female protagonists than there will ever be black protagonists in video games.
Oh god.
And you got these feminists out here screaming about that. We need equality and all these other books. There's more female fucking protagonists in all of video games than there will ever be black protagonists. Period. Think about that shit.
Like really, but really also think. Can you name a game? Can you name a game that has a black protagonist throughout the whole entire adventure, and he's the main character you play as?
nope,
Is there anything you can think of?
nope,
At all? Nothing.
nope.
That's how bad it is.
But see, I think it's good to introduce, you know, people of color in as main protagonists in video games. Because
Yeah.
you know you got to break down those stereotypes and those walls somewhere and at some point in time, and people just need to get with the times. You're not gonna always have video games with just like a white male, a typical white male as the main protagonist. There is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with having an
Well,
actually if
What?
that is a female.
Mm,
You
Mhm.
know, I mean, people need to just stop. They need to stop. Like we said before, you y'all are fighting the wrong thing. Y'all are standing up for the wrong thing. There are more things like what Kuuppon has spoken about today with that TPP deal. Things like that need to be,
yeah, nobody speaks on that.
addressed.
nope.
And then just within this short amount of time of us talking about people of color as main protagonists in games, we lost 3 people of watching this podcast.
Of
3.
course. Because they don't want to hear about
Females,
it.
they don't want to hear it.
And it's a shame.
It's
a shame
that big. It's that big of a
because,
problem.
yeah, that they are a part of the problem. You know, if this is something that upsets you, maybe that's a good thing because you need to take a step back and look at yourself as to why this upsets you.
Hmm.
Well, I've already come to a conclusion. Most people get upset because they think us as the people of color and minorities think that we're blaming the individual white male, white female. Nobody's blaming you for what anything going on. What we're asking from you is to make the changes necessary so all of us can shut up about it. Like, I don't like talking about it all the time, but it ain't nothing gonna get fixed if I keep stay quiet. So you can sweep shit, you can sweep dirt under the rug, but guess what? When you pull the rug back, what's under there? Dirt.
Dirt.
So can we freaking vacuum that dirt up, and can we freaking get a new rug so we can all enjoy the new fresh air that we get? Like, all I'm saying is, if you see the fucking glaring problem there, that us, people of color, don't have anybody to represent us in video games and movies and all this stuff most of the time. I'm not saying that they're not there. I'm just saying most of the time. And generally speaking, when they are there, what are they? What do they play as? The stereotypical black male, black female, loud black female,
Yeah.
or the gangster male. Why can't we have an upstanding gentleman black male play a character in a video game or a movie or whatnot? Why can't we have a regal African queen or whatever the case in a video game? Why is it that you have to have that stereotype? And I know why. It's because if you peel behind the covers of people who are in developing games, the majority of people who are developing games, I'm not saying that all, majority is of white descent, white people. They're
White
generally the people
males.
that are making these video games, and
White
that's
males.
okay. It's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But how can you possibly how can you possibly, as a white man or white woman, making a video game, make a black character and get it right if you don't even know anything about the black history or the black community? You know nothing about it, so you just use the stereotypes that you hear on TV or radios and movies and all this shit, and you be like, okay, well, we gonna have AJ, and he gonna be dude with the gold teeth, and he gonna have and he gonna be a real hardcore, and all. Everybody like,
But
is that are people in any community of minority.
mhm.
Like, just all you have to do is just go out there and do the research, ask questions, get some information. It won't take you much longer. And by the time you get the information you need, apply it to your character and make that character come to life. Don't just half-ass the character because you don't know nothing about the character. And that's essentially what I think it is. It's like when you get a black character in video games, they don't know how to give them more depth because they don't understand that us as a people. So they tend to kind of half-ass a actual developed storyline. And sometimes, if you get away from all this realism to begin with, as far as video games are concerned, you can come up with a character way off the cuff for no fucking reason. If you would just get away from realism in video games, I shit you not, games from the past didn't make no freaking sense. And you would see various characters of different colors, races, all that shit. And they didn't make no sense, but that was the fun of video games back then. Nothing made sense. Why is everything realistic today? That's where people get stuck and they don't have creativity because you're trying to make everything like a fucking movie. We're in video game.
Yeah.
But when it comes to race in video games or in media in general, see, the thing is that a lot of people would say, well, why aren't more black people applying for those jobs? Question is, they are. They are. But the thing is that they never get them, and it's not, and it's Hispanics too. It's just it's ridiculous.
Especially
There's a massive drought. So a lot of
People don't understand how
a lot of
hard
people are
that
like, what's the point of me going to college? What's the point of me going to
I want to
college
say something though.
if I'm not guaranteed nothing?
Yeah. Here's the real irony. You have to have years of experience for certain jobs, or a year or so of experience for certain jobs, but they require you to have the education to get that. You have to go to school to get that job. They want you to have the experience for that job, but you can't get the job because you don't have that experience because you just went to school for that to get the degree for that job. So it's like, I'm fresh out of school, I'm ready to get this job, but you want me to have a year or so experience? Well, that's what interns for. I get that, but I'm talking about you straight out of fucking getting an intern or any of that shit. you literally have to have the experience to get that job first before they even look at you. And it's like, dude, I just got out of fucking college. And you're not gonna give me you're not even gonna look my way. You see this other motherfucker who's had this job, he's been in and out of the he had all these different types of credentials and shit because he's been working in the field for a while. But me, new to the field, fresh out of college, can't get the job because what exactly? You want a year of experience? Well, can you fucking let my foot in the door first?
And this whole experience thing, sometimes you don't need experience. Sometimes to make something work, you need that new blood.
You need a
They don't
drive.
take that
Is what you
concept.
need.
Because my thing, because I hate these jobs, because I have experience in a lot of restaurant work. I have experience in retail. And when you go to apply when you don't want to do those jobs and you go to apply for something else, it's always, oh, you don't have enough experience. But my thing is, you never know what that person can do because they can bring something new to the table. And I think this whole experience thing just they need to get rid of that. Because it's just, no. Because I'm going to tell you, the job I work at McAllister's Deli, I almost became a manager, but they rather hire the girl who has education first instead of the person that I actually have experience in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it works in both ways sometimes. And that's the reason why I don't really watch some movies, especially gangster movies, because the whole gangsters is either black or they have Hispanics.
Yeah.
And, one day, hopefully, they will ever make a movie about the upstanding of both races.
Yeah.
Because not every black is a gangster. Not every Hispanic is a gangster. And not all blacks do drugs. And not all Hispanics do drugs or sell drugs. But that's what we see in either the video games or a movie or
And
some
not
type
all
of
black
TV
people are
show.
hostile either. So just stop.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And, hopefully one day they go back to the old ways of making games where they, like Kuuppon said, they don't make sense. Because a game should not cost the same thing as a movie to make.
Sure.
But how would you feel though? How would you feel if like out of nowhere? How would you feel if out of nowhere you just that they did create a black protagonist? Because the only black protagonist I could think of is CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and Franklin from Grand Theft Auto 5. So the thing
And
is,
also from also The Walking Dead and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's his name? What was his name? Walking Dead. I forgot. But see, that's just That you can't really think on the top of your head.
I think Wesley
black.
Snipes played the enemy, didn't he?
well,
I think he did once.
well, I don't know if they did a game like Blade.
Yeah,
That's
remember
another thing.
him and
Yeah,
him, Sylvester Stallone.
but Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the thing is that okay. So if we were to look at it this way, okay, how would you guys feel if they did make a game with a black protagonist in it, and the black protagonist has absolutely no stereotypes? Let's say that he acts like a Hispanic person, but he's black, or let's say that he acts like an Asian person, but he's black. Would that
But
See,
that's
you're going.
What do you mean by acting like an Asian?
Yeah, that's
What do you mean by acting like an Asian?
No, I know what I mean. What I mean is, and I know that came out wrong, but I just say that in this position, like what I mean is by the stereotypes, what people have stamped on these people that they say, okay, let's say that they have a black person and he acts very.
The stereotypes is the problem. Yeah,
What?
that's the thing. Though, I'm not mad about what you just said. It's just you notice how you explained that. That's the only way you can explain it because it's hard to explain what you mean. That's sad that you have to say, act like a black person or act like an Asian person that is sad that we have to use that as a means of explaining what we mean when we actually don't mean that. And I know you don't mean that. What you meant to say is, if you get a black person who doesn't fit any of the stereotypes of any race and just generally has his own personality, he really feels, he seems he seems real. He seems like someone you could chit chat with on the street if you met him. Someone you can relate to is essentially what you were trying to get at.
What's going to happen when they
that's what I mean.
like that?
It's like saying, but how
it's going to be the movie that does not do well because we're so used to stereotypes that movie, half the people won't go see it. That's what's going to happen.
They do. The thing is that people have to look, and I hate to say it because unfortunately we all fall in our own stereotypes. We do. And people view us, people that are not of our race, view us as, as that stereotype. So unfortunately they see a skin color or they hear a name or they see something, they think you're in that stereotype. They automatically think that you're this or that you're that or that, they automatically categorize you. And unfortunately, we do live in a thing where, unfortunately, the thing is, like, back in the day before the internet, we weren't offended by a lot of things.
Right.
We had a sense of humor. We had stand-up comedy was so popular in the 80s and the early 90s. Anybody could have said whatever they wanted. But now because we're on the internet and there's so many things that happen on the internet and everybody has their own opinions, we all became so offended. And because of the fact that we are so desensitized to people, because we only speak to each other online, we are not there in person, people don't understand what you mean when you're saying something. So, for example, since if all you do is text and somebody says something, now you didn't hear the tone of how they said it. Some people don't even understand the different tones, and they just automatically assume that you said it offensively. Even though you said, like, I'm just saying it in a jokingly tone, and people don't get it. They don't get the concept of a joking tone. So, like,
not when you're testing it.
No.
Oh no, today's generation gets offended by everything.
Pretty much.
It's just, they are really
girls out there.
You just want to give them some diapers.
I just want to know what happened to, like, us as the human race. When did we all, like, it seems like everybody all over the world is, like, butthurt over something. And I want to know, when did this shit happen? Because, like,
I don't know.
Like, you can say anything. Like, I'm pretty sure someone's offended about this podcast right now. You know what? I don't give a shit. But the 3 people that left, they were offended. They left because they were offended, or they don't want to listen. They don't want to make the changes necessary so we can move on from this.
They don't want to.
All this shit that we're going through with racism and prejudices and the freaking the system, how it's set up, the white supremacy system, and all this other bullshit, it is a sickness. Bottom fucking line, it's a goddamn sickness, and it's sad that nobody can fucking see it. Just the concept of you not liking someone because of the color of their skin is a goddamn sickness, and I don't understand how you don't see that. You don't like me because I'm of the person who I am, or the thing I did to you, or something that might have affected you. You hate me because of the fucking pigment in my color of my skin. That's a sickness. How do you not see that?
Ignorance.
We never met once before in our lives. We never conversed. I come around the corner, you see my skin color, and you immediately do not like me. I haven't said a shit to you yet, but you don't like me because of the pigment of my skin. That doesn't sound like sickness to anybody? Like, for people listening, that don't sound like sickness to you? I can understand you not like. Yeah, I can understand you not like.
It's sickness and ignorance, because there's a lot of ignorant ass people. There's a lot of ignorant ass people on the internet and in real life.
There's a lot of ignorant people everywhere. Because I'm gonna tell you now, right now, because since people know my name my name is Tamika, because I said it in another part. Lynn's name is Lynn. If me and Lynn were to both fill out some type of, for us to tell people, hey, we're coming over, and they've never met us before, 9 out of, I'm going to say, half the people are going to think, or maybe all are going to think, Lynn is white because of her name, and I'm black because of my name. They will not see when she turns the corner that she's gonna be black.
Right.
Hey, I've heard some people say because of my actual name that they think that basically it's like Arabic, that I'm Arabic or black or something. So I'm like, well,
Oh,
gee, hey, great.
I can get by on my name real good. I got
Yeah,
a
you
very
good.
white
Look,
name.
you can get by. You
Yeah.
got that white person name,
I
girl.
got a big
Shoot.
white name, and I have a very and I'm sorry to say this, but why do I have to use that term? Because that's how people understand it. So if you take if y'all out there listening take offense, oh well. I have a white name. I'm not gonna tell it, and I have a freaking white I sound white when I'm on the phone with folks when I have to make phone calls, and yes, that's a term. Sounding white, sounding black,
That's the
thing
thing that I
Mexican,
Yeah.
hate
sounding
when
this.
I'm talking on the
Term, and
phone
that's
that you
not
sound.
like
How
yeah.
the
How
hell?
do you sound like a color?
I
I don't know.
know
I've had
it's
people.
it's
I
I
heard.
true,
say that
but
all the
Is
time.
it
How?
even a color if you want to be,
Oh,
blazingly blunt
oh no,
about it?
listen. I remember one time in school, like I remember a girl come up to me and she's just like, "Oh, why do you talk white?" I'm like, "Excuse me, I don't talk white. I talk like as if I have an education. Sorry." You
Exactly.
Like,
know,
And
I'm
when you
just like, I'm
talk
sorry
white,
that
you
I don't
sound
sit here
like
and say, yo, yo,
yeah,
yo, what's up,
you
my nig, and all
sound
this stuff.
ghetto, and you
That
know
sound
that
all
term. You
ghetto.
sound
yeah, I
ghetto.
hate
But
that.
oh,
I know. And it's just like, for
That's what
real?
I hate right there.
oh, you
Is
don't
you
sound like
sound
normal
ghetto.
black
How
girls.
do you
They
say it?
usually
Because not
sound.
all
Because
people.
I've had a chick say that. It's like, oh well,
I'm like,
you don't sound like most black girls. I'm like, and what do most black
yes.
girls sound like? Oh well, ghetto and stuff. So I'm like,
I
oh,
make
do
them
you mean
explain it. I'm like,
not
so what do you mean ghetto?
uneducated? You could have said that would make more sense to me. I don't know what it means. Is ghetto the difference? Like ghetto is you can't act like a fucking place.
Mm,
Like what?
but the thing is
You
that
act ghetto a place.
it sounds weird. It sounds weird if you're thinking about it from that perspective. But
Mm-hmm.
to people, we've grown accustomed to say that
And that
ghetto
is the
it
problem.
represents
That's
something.
where the
And
sickness
that's the
is.
problem.
Yep.
We are literally brainwashed. We are literally brainwashed
mm-hmm.
to fit roles and
And
stereotypes.
it's sad.
And
No,
that's
and
what
it's
it
sad
is.
that people associate educated with white and ghetto with black. And I'm like,
But
seriously?
to be honest, it's not. Look, honestly, it's not. It's not. Look, it's really. I hate to say it. I really hate it, but it's literally the old people mentality. That is
Yeah.
what happened, and that's why it's
Yeah.
there. Because the thing is that our parents or our grandparents or something have a way of thinking, and that somehow spreads. And that spreads to the child.
Well, it's
Watch
taught to
how.
us from birth,
Yeah.
from cradle
Yeah,
to
it's
grave.
taught
You're
to
taught
us.
whatever your family
Yeah.
believes in, whatever your family beliefs are, and whatever it is that they have, the stereotypes that they normally associate with and all. They're teaching that to their kid,
Yep.
whether they know it or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Subconsciously or not so much. They're teaching that to their kid. Their kid is picking up on that, learning those freaking stereotypes from their parent, going out into society and applying those stereotypes and growing up with those stereotype thoughts in their mind, and that sickness continues. It is a sickness, and it will not ever end until we actually all realize we're all prejudiced, we all have racist thoughts, and that if we realize this and then we're willing to actually change them, it can be fixed. And we have to start with the kids because it's too hard. We can't fucking do shit about it. It's already ingrained in us. But you got young kids today. When you're a child, you know nothing of the world. You are free of all this bullshit. And you mean to tell me that through time and applying your practices and your thoughts and your beliefs and stuff on that child, you just made your child a racist, or you just made your child prejudiced, you just gave them stereotypes. Do you like knowing this shit? Giving your kid all this negative poison? Like,
They
come
don't
on.
care. They really
It's not even
don't.
that. It's the ignorance.
And some of them do it without even realizing that they're
Yeah, that's
actually
what I'm saying.
doing
It's
it.
not knowing. It's
Yeah.
ignorance. Sometimes you just don't know, and you're not paying attention. And you could be a good person. I'm not saying people aren't good. Always out there helping people. Humanitarian and all that stuff. But you still have that sickness in your mind. You still have that sickness in your body. You grew up with it, and so guess what? You teach it to your kid, whether you know it or not. No matter how nice of a person you may be the most the most, the most unprejudiced person in the world. But at the end of the day, you're gonna think something when you see certain things on the TV, when you hear certain news articles, when you read about certain things. You have a certain picture in your mind. When you hear a mass shooter, you think a white person. When you hear, there's there's looters and whatnot. When you think of riots and looters, you think black people. When you think of a bunch of people that were, if you think of some people who are upset after a game, white people, but they don't call them rioters. They just call them bystanders or some shit. You automatically know this shit. And for you to get upset because we bring up that topic means something's wrong with you too. I already know I'm a racist. I'm a prejudiced person. I know this. It doesn't offend me at all. I don't care because I want to fix it. But that's me wanting to fix it. If you're upset because somebody brings up something and says something that makes you feel offended, oh, well, I'm not a racist. Why do you have to assert that? Why do you have to say that? Yes, you are. Why do you have to assert that you're not something that everybody in the fucking mother knows you are? Because we all are. Why do you have to assert that? Because you're offended. Oh, well, I'm not like that. Why do you think you're not like that? Because I certainly got a certain vibe off of you just now when you told me that I don't speak ghetto.
But let me put a little personal thing into this, because what happened is that growing up, I'm Puerto Rican. So when I grew up in a very Spanish speaking family and everything like that. So that was literally my life. Now me, according to what people said about me throughout my life, I'm literally a black sheep in my family. I do not eat the Hispanic food like that because I'm a picky eater. I don't speak Spanish. I understand it, but I don't speak Spanish, and all these other things. And my skin color looks like I'm white, or it looks like I'm some other descent that's not Hispanic. And then on top of that, my name, William, very white. So when you look at all these things and you say to yourself, was I born in the wrong family? Because I always thought I was adopted or something my whole entire life. But I look exactly like my mother. I look exactly like my father, and I know these are my parents. So the thing is that I lived a very sheltered life growing up, but I always had friends. I was friends with everybody. My mom wasn't that type of mom that would always say, my mom was friends with everybody. So I grew up that way. I grew up friends with everybody. I didn't stick to a specific group. I walked to everybody that I wanted, that were friends of mine. So my whole entire life, I was the only kid in my school that literally, seriously, when people would see me in school, they would see that the whole group was diverse. Like, if you were to see me, I was in a very diverse group because nobody was excluded, and I always call people out if they try to push somebody away because they look different, or I start to notice things. I'm like, why are you treating them different? And I stop hanging out with that person immediately. So the thing is that I never seen an issue when it came with race. Now, believe me, there are certain stereotypes that do fall on it, but there's stereotypes that do come into my head, and I'm gonna admit that there is. But everybody's like that. Everybody's like that. Nobody in this earth is perfect when it comes to certain things. But you have to understand that everybody's not like that particular person that you're speaking about. Just because this person has baggy pants, or just because this person is, I don't know, you can't do that.
You can't put everybody in the same basket. Somebody has baggy pants doesn't mean they're a gangster or they're ghetto or any of that. They just probably like wearing baggy pants for all we know. Someone who wears the little collared shirts or whatever, it doesn't mean that they ain't no criminal or whatever. It's just they like wearing collared shirts,
hell, technically but if we're going by stereotypes, should not technically be in the gang and possibly have 18 million baby mamas and basically be in jail somewhere? But have I ever been in jail? No. Have I ever been in a gang? No. Have I ever messed with drugs? No. Oh, never done none of that stuff. Never even thought about doing none of that stuff. So there we go. Not everybody gets the same stereotype.
We gotta fight, yes. And it starts with working on yourself. It's not even anybody listening right now. If you really want to fix things that are going on, you gotta work on yourself first, because you can't control other people. You can't really get other people to jump on the bandwagon of, oh, freedom this, and we are the world and all this and kumbaya. It's not gonna work. You gotta work on yourself first, and then. And when you're done working on yourself, when you see shit going down that ain't right, speak on it. Say something. Intervene. Stop being the silent bystander, because you're just letting that shit happen. If you're a silent bystander, you mean it. You're letting. It's consent. It's consent. Straight the fuck out. If you see a bunch of white dudes ragging on a black guy, or whatever the case may be, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be, you see a situation and it's blatantly racist, and you just, oh, no, I'm not going to say nothing. You just let that shit happen. You consented for it. And that makes you just as guilty as the person who went through it, and the person who let it happen, or the person that's doing it. So I'm just saying, work on you. It's okay. It's okay. You're a racist. It's okay. Calm down. It's all right.
Stop videotaping everything. People always going to videotape everything and put it up.
You can videotape it, but like if you see other people, this is my thing. If you see other people videotaping the situation, you can put your fucking shit down and go fucking help.
Yeah.
You only need one.
Well, you can't call the cops, because a lot of times, that can be a part of the problem. So.
Yeah.
Well, basically, if you want to bitch, moan, complain about freedom, about this, if you're sitting there quietly with your mouth shut, don't complain.
On your cell phone.
Don't complain, don't bitch, don't moan. Because, like Kuuppon said, the only way to fix it, it starts with you. Because I'm going to tell you, if I see something, I'm saying something. I don't keep my mouth shut. That's the problem. Too many mouths are being shut. Start talking. Say something. Speak what's on your mind. Because it's okay.
Yep, and you get enough of us speaking out, they gonna hear what the hell needs to be said, and changes will start coming. But we don't have enough people.
We need to learn to be desensitized. We have to learn how to be desensitized to these things, and we're only making the problem worse by not saying anything.
Exactly.
So in a way, all these racist things that's coming out, like on the news and the media and things like that, in a way, this is a good thing, because like it always gets worse before it gets better. So sometimes it's like letting out all that negative energy that you have inside. Because honestly, it's not just white people that are racist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Racism is in everything. It's in everybody.
That's what I said. Everybody
is racist.
Everybody. It's just there's just a certain demographic of people that are just hell bent on making sure a certain demographic of people suffer because of their prejudices, and that sucks. But the only way to fix that, because for those of you out there who are white folks out there who claim you're not racist, well, if you're not, you are, but you claim you're not, well, you just let some shit go down in front of you, and you're gonna scream at me, oh, I have 2 or 3 black friends. That doesn't mean that you're not racist. Just because you have 3 or 4 black friends. Why do you have to search stupid shit like that? I have some friends.
I know, right?
All you should say.
I hate when they say
All
that.
you should be saying is, I have some friends that, I have some friends that are similar to that, and whatever. Like, you have friends. That's it. Why do we have to be the black friends, and then everybody else are just your friends? I don't like that. I am not your black friend. I am either your friend or I'm not.
Exactly.
Simple stuff. It is what it is, but it starts with you. So fix it, move on, whatever. I got it. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And taking back to video games, if you don't like a game and it sucks so bad, if you're gonna complain about it, you can do something about it too.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
That's what they can do.
Stop buying it.
I've never met a bunch of gamers, and especially this generation, that don't like nothing about gaming. So why the hell do you have a YouTube channel if your ass don't like games?
But you're in the same line that I'm in.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Buy a game, then dog it out, and then say it's, I don't understand it.
Because my thing is, I asked the dude in GameStop, what you buying it for? Because you want to complain about it. That's why you buy it. Don't buy it for that.
I don't know.
Why are you gonna waste your money just to complain?
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. You can do that for free.
Elaborate.
I know, right?
I honestly think that they enjoy it, but because they feel like people that they would get a lot of views from strong reactions. So like let's say I were to do a video right now bashing the most popular Fallout 4.
Halo 5.
Oh, you would.
Fallout 4 and
Halo
Halo 5.
5.
And
No,
then
bash Halo
I say
5.
okay, let's say that I bash Halo 5 and say the online, I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so I'm just saying
Well, the
random
online
things.
sucks. Y'all can say what y'all
Okay.
want to say. Y'all can think what y'all want to think. I played the online, and it sucks.
Okay, so
You
the
gotta
online
get a
sucks.
million views.
But all right, let's say that I say that
I don't
I
like
think
it.
that the story is freaking plain. There is no depth to it whatsoever. I think that the character models and the graphics suck. They look last gen. You know, if I were to say things like that, people would lose their
You would
minds.
get
When
so
instead
many.
of just taking it, this is just one person's opinion. I
Right.
understand that, like, I understand reviews. I understand reviews. Sometimes I follow reviews because I want to hear but I listen to multiple people,
Yes.
not just one person, and just say, okay, this is my go-to person, and I'm not gonna like this game. I understand if they like a lot of games that you like, and then you're cool with that person because the majority of the games that they've talked about, they've been right, and I understand that you use that person as a trustworthy, I guess, reviewer. But still, look at other reviews. I look at multiple reviews. I need to see if all of them are saying the same thing. I remember when the first Assassin's Creed came out, IGN gave it a 7, and GameSpot gave it a 9. So I'm like, what is the problem here? There's a massive problem that this person saw, but this one didn't.
Right.
So the thing is that I also like to look at
Go by reviews.
I like to go by YouTube people, because I'm sorry.
There's
but
also YouTubers
I
as
mean,
well, yeah.
don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with people like GameStop and GameStop? Sorry, GameSpot and IGN. But half the time, they're paid for their reviews.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, I mean, I trust them to a certain extent, but I like somebody who has not been paid. So that's why I mainly go on YouTube and get people's their review of it personally. I don't like them, but that's just me personally.
Mm.
Okay, so what about people that are given quote unquote review copies of games and
I don't trust them neither.
I feel like they're
trust them
biased.
neither.
They get those games because they're paying them anyway.
They're biased. They're biased.
This
They're
too, but
biased.
they are super biased.
I feel like just because of the kind gesture, because I'm gonna be honest. If let's say that okay, Ubisoft is usually a company that I don't really like when it comes to their games, but let's just say out of nowhere, Ubisoft said that they wanted me to review the game. They gave me a review copy. A part of me, because of that kind gesture, will have to say something nice to it because they gave me a kind gesture. I would feel really bad to bash this game or give my honest thoughts to it. I say, honestly, Ubisoft, this game fucking sucks. You know, there's glitches over here, the frame rate drops there, there's this, there's that, and I can't condone this. But the thing is that you were just given a free game. So it's like your mind takes over. So unless if you're that type of person who you can get all this stuff, you know, then they're probably never going to want to send you another review copy or something like that. So you always kind of like be on your best behavior. You mention negative things, but you don't ever take it to a point where it fucking sucks type thing. You just say it just, you know, it could use some polish here. You know, but I don't know. It's just in terms of wording it and things like that. So honestly, I don't know, but that's just my 2 cents on that.
No, you're right, because it would be hard, because it's like, it's a kind gesture and you don't want to just outright and just be disrespectful to this company that just sent you something for free, but at the same time it's just kind of like, well, damn, if this sucks, this just sucks. So how am I gonna say this sucks? So you do have to be very careful. So no, we get you.
Okay, guys, so I think we're going to end the podcast here. It's been about, I don't know, a little over an hour.
7:36.
People were probably complaining that the podcast is too long. So we're going to go ahead and end the podcast here, have everyone do their outros, and yeah. Thank you to the 3 viewers that are currently watching. You guys rock. Appreciate it. Totally. We had as much as 7 today.
All
That's
right.
good.
That is great. That is wonderful. Yes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and do our outros. And Kuuppon, really?
The gaming
Wait a
Jada
minute.
said she's out.
That was an outro.
Like that.
Coupon is like that.
Only Coupon can do them.
Came back.
No,
Came
my
back.
internet's acting crazy.
All
My
right.
internet was acting crazy.
Well, never mind for that good internet.
What's up? What's going on?
All right, we'll go on the opposite.
Oh, what's going on?
We're gonna do our outros. We're gonna end the podcast.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So we'll start with Will.
I'm advertising.
Advertise yourself.
Hi, I'm Will from the Will of Gaming, and I haven't done anything in a while, but yes, I have videos on my channel, and be sure to check it out and subscribe, and check everybody here in the podcast as well. Enjoy yourselves.
We have Meek from MeekMeekGaming.
Hello. I want to thank Lynn for having me on the podcast, and y'all can check the links down below and find MeekMeekGaming and check me out, subscribe. Check out the website at soldiersandgames.com. Update coming soon.
Oh.
We got an update. Sorry.
I'm gonna be like Microsoft.
Will, you need to get a job writing jingles.
Right.
Listen, you're
You
calling.
could be the next Charlie Sheen.
You could.
Oh God, I wouldn't want that reputation.
Just
We're
do
not calling Sheen,
it!
hell no.
Just do it, Will! Just do it!
Next, we have Miss Soldiers That Game herself, Miss K.
What is up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss K, aka 219 Gary IND. It's always fun to come on and talk trash and games and all that good stuff, you know. So yeah, let's do this next. Hopefully, I'll be able to make it to the next one. I've been working a lot of overtime, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was fun as always.
You sound like a baby. Wait a minute.
Next, we have Yo Gaming Diva, Kuuppon Strives.
Yay!
What is up? Thanks for having me yet again, Lynn. You know, spice up some things with a little diva. So I haven't been doing anything, and that's just because a diva has been on her grind, getting things together. But I plan on getting back online. I plan on posting more videos soon. I apologize. I just got things going. But it is what it is. So yeah, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and hit up these other awesome folks on the panel, and catch you guys later.
Did it?
Woo! That was a good time for the yay. But
There we go.
Yeah, do that. I no. My voice can't go that high.
I guess Doom ended up leaving. But
yeah, he
Yeah.
had technical
Yeah,
difficulties.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
last but not least, we have Mr. UHC 91 Jeray.
Oh my God.
I'm scared.
You cannot. Cannot.
You sound like you're imitating a mouse.
No, he sounds scared.
What do you mean?
Please stop.
Oh God. Anyway. Oh hey everyone.
Can you breathe?
I was
No.
like, okay, I'm good.
No.
You cannot breathe.
Okay, I'm good. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Dre, aka UAT91 here. As always, Lynn, thank you for having me and everyone out there. Check out this lovely panel. They have some great content as well as myself. I'm back to uploading videos. Probably gonna be uploading the last few videos before I start doing live streaming, which will start on the 17th. Be there, be for people. Well, still don't know how it's gonna work out. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing some live streaming of Battlefront or Mortal Kombat, something. Hopefully, please. So yeah. Yes, and also check out for that unboxing video for that PS4. Can't wait, counting on them days. Need my PS4 in my life. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And it will be an actual unboxing.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
Shots fired.
Because he be unboxing amiibos, but you don't open the box.
You know, all y'all
Is it,
people
is it the unboxing
what
of
it
the
do?
box?
it came out of a box.
You should call yours unboxing.
The unboxing video. You ain't unboxing shit. You mean a look at the box video?
Like,
Look at the box
What?
video.
All y'all, you know what? You know what? No. Mm-mm.
Unboxing. By the time video over, he's still in the box. I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
Right. It came out of a box. It came out of a box. Maybe the Amazon box or the eBay box, but it still came out of a box. So there you go.
just check out his unboxing videos. They do have a box in it.
They came out of a box. That's all that matters.
It's an unboxing, not by unboxing video.
It's an unboxing of a box in a box.
It's unboxing of the. It's unboxing.
Unboxing, not unboxing.
Inside, but it's not an
It's one of those. What's those little Russian toys?
Oh, those the dolls.
Yeah. That's what his unboxing videos are.
Yep.
Way to hold the outros, Dre.
I am so sorry. Actually,
No, this is Will's
that was
fault.
my
He
fault.
started.
I agree.
I'm
with
trying to
you.
end the podcast, and y'all just amiibos that he don't unbox, but say he unboxing. That's misleading.
Amiibo!
No.
Oh Lord.
Misleading the viewers.
Advertise yourself.
What do you mean?
Again, this is Lynn. Thank you. Coupon.
Damn, Coupon just
She's like, oh no, it's Lynn.
Thank you all for coming through and supporting the podcast. Please be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and be sure to check out everyone here on the panel. Everyone here has very good videos. Don't mind Dre's unboxing, not unboxing videos.
Oh my Lord.
Lord, you know what?
And until next time, guys, you guys take care and be safe.
Peace.
Bye.
I need to unbox me $1 million. Help.
Back